We've known that cross-border movement is a challenging experience, both from listening to our card members as well as the experience of our colleagues here at American Express. It is very difficult to move cross-border and port your credit history from your home market with you. It can result in a very cumbersome and delayed process for getting a new card product or getting your financial foothold in the United States.
Welcome to the Tearsheet Podcast. I'm Zack Miller. Whether you're a new immigrant, an expat moving for work, or a foreign student in the U.S., getting issued credit when your credit history resides in another country is frustratingly difficult. That's changing as incumbents and fintech startups continue to work on solutions. American Express is announcing it has joined forces with a cross-border credit reporting startup, Nova Credit, to launch a first-of-its-kind digital capability that enables newcomers to the U.S. to share individual credit reports from 5 international bureaus when applying for an American Express U.S. personal card and potentially get approved instantly. This makes American Express the first global payments company to offer immigrants and expats to the U.S. the ability to use Nova Credit's credit passport technology to instantly translate certain international credit reports into a U.S. equivalent report and score during the online card application process. Sara Milsten, Senior Vice President of New Member Acquisition for U.S. Consumer Services at American Express, is my guest today on the Tearsheet Podcast. But before we jump into the interview, I wanted to invite you to Tearsheet's latest event, the Embedded Conference. A big theme on this program and in our reporting has been about how financial services are showing up everywhere, in B2B software platforms, in retail, in transportation, and travel. The Embedded Conference brings together financial services, fintech, and vertical industries looking to create new financial products. We've got a great speaker lineup. Register today by going to our website and clicking on the Embedded Conference button at the top right of your screen. Now here's my conversation with Sara.
My name is Sara Milsten, and I'm responsible for new member acquisition for the U.S. consumer business at American Express. And that means that my team and I look after new card acquisition for all of our owned and paid acquisition channels.
Interesting. So I guess you also have your finger on the pulse of what new card members are looking for from you guys.
Indeed, we are continuously trying to stay current on the market and thinking about what new innovation and solutions we can bring to card members and prospective card members as they look to acquire new card products.
And I know you have a new announcement to make, which we'll make as part of this conversation, but what in particularly like cross-border populations are moving, a lot of immigrants, across countries, like were there certain challenges there that you were hearing from your card members?
Indeed, we've known that cross-border movement is a challenging experience, both from listening to our card members as well as the experience of our colleagues here at American Express. It is very difficult to move cross-border and port your credit history from your home market with you. It can result in a very cumbersome and delayed process for getting a new card product or getting your financial foothold in the United States.
And I guess what was the feedback loop that you were hearing from card members? How was this coming through from your perspective? How was this bubbling up, I guess, to where you sit?
It's a known pain point. We would hear it from colleagues in markets outside of the U.S. We would also hear it from our CCPs, our phone reps, as we would have prospective applicants calling in and looking to apply for a new card product. And the challenges with that process made their way through the servicing channels as well.
So that makes a lot of sense. And I guess before we talk about how you tried to solve for it, I guess, when did you make the decision at Amex to address this issue? Was there a trigger?
The trigger for the announcement that we're going to make today was the opportunity and the connection with Nova Credit, as they have brought a really elegant solution to a highly fragmented global problem. And so that opportunity really presented itself, and we were excited to jump in and be the first and only issuer in the US to pursue this opportunity.
So were there other paths that you tried before Nova came along to address this, or just Nova had just the most appropriate and best solution that you guys had seen on the market?
We have looked at and developed solutions in-house
Hmm.
to the best of our ability, but they are not as slick and as seamless of a customer experience as what we are introducing to market right now.
Interesting. And I guess for our listeners who are not so, I mean, we can all understand the challenge here, but um, do you have, how big a problem is this? Or I guess how, what is the barrier, I guess, that needs to be solved to be able to provide cross-border credit?
Absolutely. So, in terms of scale, they are large numbers. There are over 10 million immigrants and visas issued over the past 5 years. And these are largely to people who are coming to the United States to study, to pursue professional opportunities. And these folks are highly educated. Um, they tend to, again, be pursuing educational opportunities, exciting work opportunities. And as they get here and look to start to build their lives and pursue those opportunities, they found that it's incredibly difficult to get started and jumpstart their financial life. There's so many things in this country that begin with a credit score at the heart of the transaction, including getting an apartment, getting a cell phone. And so there's an element of surprise that hits folks after the long journey and the process of deciding to come here that presents a huge barrier. And so we're really excited to be able to help them solve that with a really seamless digital application experience that will hopefully take all the friction out of that and help them get on with what they came here to do, which is to arrive and thrive in this country. In terms of translating their credit history into something that we can use in our underwriting processes in American Express, that is a highly fragmented problem as it relates point to point with the markets. And it's something that in our partnership with Nova, they've been able to introduce a solution that today enables us to issue cards from 5 markets with inbound immigrant and expat applicants.
Interesting. So I guess it's appropriate now to say what the announcement is, and I guess you alluded to it just now, Sara. But can we talk a little bit more about what the product is and how the process would work for an immigrant or an expat living in the U.S.?
Yes. So we're excited to announce through our partnership with Nova that for applicants coming from 5 markets, Australia, Canada, India, Mexico, and the United Kingdom, we have created a seamless digital journey whereby they can share securely their credit history from their home market in our digital application journey. And Nova can leverage that information to translate it into a US credit equivalent in order to enable us to continue on and complete the application process, and if approved, extend credit.
Interesting. And is that a seamless process? Is there a time delay, or I guess how does the process itself flow?
It is a seamless process. The journey for this segment that needs to bring in their credit history from their local market is entirely integrated into the digital journey. And with just a few clicks, they can carry on, submit the application, and be approved instantly if all of the checks and the process works smoothly. If for any reason that doesn't happen, then we continue with our BAU processes, and it could take between 7 and 14 days to complete the application decision.
Interesting. And so has this been, you're making an announcement that this product is being launched. Were you beta testing this? Do you have a little bit of, I guess, qualitative information or quantitative information about how people would use this in market?
Yeah, so we have been working on this for quite some time, and we have been beta testing for nearly a year now. And so we're excited by both the volume and the quality of the experience that we've delivered. And to date, we have worked with Nova to translate thousands of credit reports from international markets as part of this experience.
And I guess, building that partnership with Nova, like any fintech, sort of large financial incumbent, takes time and it's an investment. Do you have future plans for the partnership? I guess either beyond this market or introducing other products. Can you talk about that?
Yeah, so Nova does have a footprint with additional markets, and while we can't share any specifics, we do plan to continue to scale and explore future opportunities for growth.
Sara, thanks for joining us on the Tearsheet Podcast today.
Thank you so much.